And we are here to talk about, I mean, she's here for us to talk about the Ghana Garden and Flower Show. The Ghana Garden and Flower Show is now in its 12th year. Wow. And is a flagship event of the Ghana Garden and Flower Movement, GGFM. That sounds cool. GGFM. It could pass for a radio station.
Yeah.
An initiative of Strategic Communications Africa Limited, Stratcom Africa, launched in 2013. Um, I could go on and on about, the whole thing, but I would ask you, since you're here, for 12 years.
Yes.
I mean, what was it like when the idea was birthed? Did you think this was something that could run for 12 years? People would be like, flowers? Oh, please. I mean, I could just pick some anywhere.
Yes. I mean, one of the things was that when the idea was introduced, the novelty of it, that was actually a sort of, I don't want to say challenge, but something that really did not get the attention we initially wanted it to get. So, for example, we started with 1,200 people for the first edition. And last year, we were able to have over 28,000 people. So when we started, it was new. Many people didn't get the concept. People didn't understand the importance. But more and more each year, we communicated and we made people see the importance of, so it's not just for beautifying. It's not just to buy flowers to make your house beautiful. But we are communicating messages on climate change. We are looking at conserving our environment, and we are looking at, more especially this year, food security, because planting flowers, planting food, and they are very, very important for us. So these are things that we've been preaching. These are things that we have been communicating and spreading the word on. Okay. Yes.
And you said you had the projection was what, 1,200?
No, the first show.
The first show, yes.
Had 1,200 people coming
in. Okay.
Yes.
And
yes.
since then, what has the journey been like?
The journey has been, I'd say, an awesome journey. We started with just 10 exhibitors, and I said 1,200. Over the years, we've been increasing steadily. The year before that, we had 25,000. The year before that, we had 18,000. And we've been growing throughout the journey. And one thing I'll say about this journey is the fact that we've been able to get a lot of people who have shown interest and have partnered us. A lot of people in the green space, a lot of green businesses have come to hear from us. And they all look forward to participating and networking and showcasing their businesses in horticulture, floriculture, and agriculture. So I'll say it's been a great journey, but we look to do more. We look to reach more people, because now these issues are becoming pressing global issues. There's climate change, environmental degradation, food insecurity, which we have even experienced this year, which resulted in some price hikes in food, which we're crying over the price of tomatoes, and now it's onions and garden eggs. So these things have contributed some of these things. So for us, this year, the 12th year, we are saying grow flowers, grow your own food, so that you don't have to cry about the prices of food.
And that's what informs the theme for this year, Greenovation.
Yes, Greenovation, green the nation, feed the nation, and grow the nation. So whilst we are feeding ourselves, we are greening. Whilst we are greening, we are feeding ourselves. And we are not just saying that green, but we are looking at innovative ways. So that's the word greenovation. So even in your own home, urban gardening, we would say that you don't have space. I don't have anywhere to grow my food. But we are actually having master classes where we are teaching you how to even grow in the smallest space, how to have a vertical garden where you're even growing on a wall. So that you don't have space, but you have a wall. You're growing food on there. You're growing flowers on there. So greenovation, innovation for us to green, to feed ourselves, and to all this coming together to grow Ghana, develop our country.
And you talk about developing our country. What role does the fair, for instance, play in the country's development?
Yes. So one thing that the show has been known for is the fact that we bring businesses together and we be able to create a platform for them. A lot of businesses that have been associated with us over the years have been able to see significant growth, and they've been able to have a wider access to the markets. That is, people who will come in and buy and go and plant. Another great thing is that this gives Ghana the opportunity to have a lot of competitiveness in the global space, because now a lot of countries are moving on to being more environmentally conscious. So if You can boast of eco-friendly products coming in from Ghana. On the global space, it will make us more attractive and competitive. And another thing is that we are promoting the floriculture and horticulture. Let me give you an example. A country like Kenya, and Ethiopia, they've been able to leverage their floriculture so well, and they are employing more than 150,000 people directly and over 500,000 people indirectly. They are the highest exporter of flowers to Europe from Africa. We believe that there's so much more Ghana can do. And by promoting these businesses and promoting floriculture and horticulture, all these things will contribute to developing Ghana.
Ghana, fantastic. And it's already in session, right?
Yes.
When exactly did it start?
Yes, we started yesterday. Yesterday we had the grand opening. It was a beautiful event. Today we are over there at the AFA Sutherland Children's Park. And we are going to be there until next Sunday, so 22nd to 29th, Sunday to Sunday.
Okay.
We are there every day from 9 a.m. till 9 p.m. We have plants, so many assorted gardening equipment. Just pass by, have fun with the family. It's a beautiful sight. You enjoy yourself.
And speaking of which, what should potential participants expect?
Yes, so expect an 8-day exhibition, which is the display of flowers and plants, and then the gardening equipment and agricultural products. And then also, as I mentioned earlier, we have a master class, which will be on 2 days, which we are talking about urban gardening, and we are talking about even home irrigation systems for your plants, so that you don't complain that you don't have water so you can't plant. And then we are going to have a conference, which is on a Friday. This is for young people, for youth, because beyond that, we are looking at creating job opportunities for young people.
Okay.
There's a lot we can do in the green space. So come and meet other entrepreneurs doing well. They'll share their success stories with you. And we'll look at innovative ways you can create business to enhance your livelihood. And then we also have Little Green Fingers, which is sponsored by OMO. We are looking at teaching children how to plant at a very young age, so that when they grow up, they are the next generation. We don't grow up with people who don't know the importance of planting, but they understand that it's important for us to green our environment. So we have the Little Green Fingers. And then we have the A4 Sutherland Book Stroll, where you go along the garden and you can read, blending the love of reading and nature. So these are some of the things. We have a drama night. We have a music night. There's so many fun activities we are doing, so you can join us.
Okay, so is it open throughout the day?
Yes, it's open throughout the day, and it's free. It's free. You can just walk in and enjoy any of the activities that have been created for you.
And this year, how many vendors, for instance, do you have, or exhibitors, if I can call
Okay,
it so?
this year we have close to 90 exhibitors, and then for food vendors, we have a number of people selling food. So we have people selling food, but the people displaying the plants and the product, we have about a 90.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. And what are some of the flowers you can talk to us about?
Oh, there are so many flowers. You get both local flowers as well as some foreign flowers.
What are some of the common local flowers in Ghana?
The great thing is that we have been able to now grow roses locally.
Okay.
Yes, we have so many plants that we have. We have sunflowers, we have bougainvilleas, we have...
I think one of the most common one is the bougainvillea.
Yes.
A lot of houses in Ghana.
Exactly. And the great thing about that is that it's very good during the sun. So you see a lot of them are flowering. When you go to a zoo, everywhere you go, they've all flowered so beautifully. Yes. So these are some of the plants we have. There's a variety of plants. We have the Sansevieria. We have the jade plant. Jade plant actually gives financial energy when you put it. Yes. It's a Chinese plant, and they actually
What is
believe
the name
it.
of the plant again?
Jade plant. They actually believe that when you have it in your office and you put it on your decks,
Hey, let's
you're
go and buy
going to
some.
get a lot of money. So you better get
How
it.
does it look like?
Oh, it's actually a very small plant. It's green and it has small leaves. It doesn't grow so big.
So big. Ah.
So it's an indoor plant. And then there's a Sansevieria. It actually purifies the air. So it's a good thing to also have in your bedroom.
Okay.
And then it catches all the toxins in the air. And then there's also Lucky Bamboo. That's my favorite.
I think it's getting common these
Yes,
days.
it gives good luck.
People put them in their huge vases and then they
actually,
grow.
you know that is the number of stocks you have that determines what you're going to get.
Hey.
So 2 stocks is for love. My favorite is 6 because 6 is the one that gives the money. So 6 stocks, when you keep it anywhere in your room, in your house, you're going to get money. And then 7 gives you good health. So that one, we all like good health. So these are things that you can come over. There are so many of them. There's a cactus. There's so many plants that you can get. Some are indoor. some are outdoor, and some are also food. You can get pepper, you can get tomato seedlings to go and plant so that you stop complaining about the price of tomatoes.
And speaking of indoor plants, how beneficial are they to
Yes.
us as human beings?
Yes, as I mentioned, these indoor plants, apart from beautifying and greening the house, these indoor plants, we all know the power of plants to, due to the photosynthesis, they take away all the carbon dioxide.
Yes.
So meaning that it is making your air fresher and giving you oxygen. So it helps making the room more, it improves the air quality in the room. So it's always good to have indoor plants. It's not every day that you have so many wooden structures surrounding you. It's good to have, so that you breathe better when you're sleeping. So it's great. It's great for you to have some indoor plants.
Okay. And it's interesting that you're saying that it's not just flowers that you're selling.
Yeah, there are plants.
That you are exhibiting, but then there are, if you want tomato
Yes, you can get
seedlings
a flower pot.
Okay.
You can get a flower pot. You can get what's the name? Compost. You can get all the accessories,
Okay.
like everything you need to set up. You get something.
Okay. What about maybe consultation for someone who has a space and is wondering what to do with it in terms of flowers? Are you
Yes.
providing that as well?
Yes. We provide that as well, especially when you come for our master classes. We have consultants available. You can speak to anyone. And also some of our plants, people who have been with us for several years, like Adolin's Gardens, they are experts in orchids. So some of them have specialty areas where they have a lot. And we have roses and more.
Orchids.
So we have people who are looking at specific plants. So
Yes.
those who are experts in those areas can definitely help you, the kind of flower pots to use, the kind of how to water it. We have so many other people. We have Gifts of Nature. They are also very great. They are specialized in Sansevieria and a lot of indoor plants. So you can speak to them and they will show you what to use, the benefits, everything. So you don't go and overwater or underwater. They'll teach you everything. Yes.
Okay. All right. I started by asking how the journey has been.
Yes.
The past 12 years.
Yeah.
One of the things I'd like to know is what has been, some of the hurdles
Yes.
you've had to cross.
Yes. Then the first one would be the fact that the idea was very new and it had to take time. It's been 12 years and we have 28, but it should definitely be more for a show that lasts for a period of about 5 days. But this year we have 8 days. The novelty of it, and also the fact that naturally Ghanaians may not be too interested in greening and planting. It's different from other kind of events that they would be used to, pure entertainment events. So that was one hurdle, but we still believe that we can get there where everybody actually takes responsibility for our environment. Another thing that has been, we would say, maybe funding for it as well.
Okay.
Organizations are still getting there. Organizations are now getting to be more green and doing sustainability projects. So now this is something that people are doing as CSR. So gradually we'll get to a point where their partnerships will be more regular and more frequent. That's another thing. And also the venue. I mean, Efo Sutherland has been our venue, has been our home for the past 12 days, but it has its own challenges.
12 years?
Sorry, I can't believe I said 12 days. 12 years. It has its own challenges, but we keep innovating, we keep finding ways to improve the setup, improve the place, and that is something I'll say that has been some of the minor challenges, but we keep innovating and we keep finding solutions to these things every year.
And just as you've spoken about the challenges, what about the rewarding moments?
Yes, some of the rewarding moments have been to see our exhibitors grow. It's very refreshing to see somebody who was a wayside vendor selling plants, and then you bring the person in, and now some of them even have their own plantations where they're planting. This has been very, very rewarding for us, and we found this very, very fulfilling. And also discovering people become flower enthusiasts. We do surveys all the time, and we're asking people, how many times have you been here? People have been here for 12 years. Every year they've come. And seeing people who just came to come and walk around, and later on they are now planting and they are back saying that, oh, my plants did this. And they become plant parents, as we typically put it now. That's very rewarding and that's very fulfilling. So those are some of the things that keep us going, knowing that people are showing interest and we will get there.
We will get there.
Yes.
One day at a time.
Yes.
And anybody listening and thinking, I'd want to be part of this, what exactly do they have to do?
Just come by today for us at the Land Children's Park. We're there from
What time does the fair close in the evening?
It closed by 9 p.m.
By 9 p.m.
Yes,
Okay.
so we're there all day. Our vendors are there. Some of them even practically sleep on the park because they are always there.
Mm-hmm.
And join us for our event, our drama night, our music night, our Green to Riches conference. Just join us to have fun and let's promote green solutions. Yes.
Okay. All right. Any final words?
Yes, so final words, I'd like to thank all my sponsors. We couldn't have done this without them, and they've been great over the years. I just want to mention them quickly. World Food Program, our number one partner. We have DPS Pipes, Veritas Capital, and we have OMO, we have Stanbic Bank, we have Interplus, we have Polytank. And then also to thank Starr FM for being our media partner. We are truly grateful for this partnership, and we look forward to continuing it for many years to come.
All right. Thank you very much, Sharon Kane. She's a marketing communication manager for Stratcom Africa.
Yes.
And she joined us for us to have a conversation regarding the Ghana Garden and Flower Show. It's a 12th edition, and this year's theme is Greenovation. Green the nation, feed the nation, grow the nation. All right, all the best.
Thank you, and thank you for having me.
Great. Have a lovely, lovely day.
You too. Bye.
Bye. This is the Morning Star here on Star 103.5 FM.